Hello and welcome to my craft room. My favorite page in this vintage Victorian Shabby winter kit by the Jewel Design is this one. I just love this door. She said she actually put in this wreath above it, but I did scalp this page. This is pieces and parts. I took this window off another page. This is cut right here, but I tried to piece it with this one to get a more uniform design. Sometimes you can get in here with your ink dauber and darken like that. So anyhow, we're going to see more pages today being finished, and I'll show you how I detailed each page and the different parts of the kit and items from my stash that I used. Thank you for stopping in and visiting with me today and spending some time. Here is the first page, and after I did all this piecing and parting, I actually just want to put this little thing here that's a tuck. These were small journal cards that she had, and since the wreath goes with the wreath above the door, I thought that would tie in nicely. So all I'm going to do is do a little L glue and put it right here in that corner. I'm always wanting to try to put a tuck, a pocket, something on your page, especially if you've got a lot of busyness going on, or where they wouldn't want to write over it, I guess you could say. And that's the main thing. You don't want to put something where it's going to hinder them from wanting to write, because that's what you want them to use your book for. Now, some do make books that are just more, I guess, ornamental, to make people happy or give them some kind of pep me up, I guess you would say. But yeah, I want somebody to write in my journals. I would want them to use them. So that's all we're doing on that page. That's it. And it speaks for itself. You got a little tuck right there. That's all we needed. The back page was our fabric flip from the other day, and that came out nicely. So that page is accomplished. The next page we're going for is this one, and it's also a very easy page because I put these two wreaths together. This wreath was like this on the edge of the page, and this is the edge of the page. You can see where it cuts off right there. So it went across this way, and then it had a figure or something over here. Well, I wanted the two wreaths to be together so it looked like a continuous wreath, and I did that on my tuck here. And then this little piece over here came from another page, but it blends in pretty well, but it didn't blend in well enough for me. So I got this little piece of lace, and I'm going to go down and just glue it right against this piece here, and it will serve the purpose of keeping you from noticing that I Frankensteined it. Oh, I'm sorry. I hit my my video system above me here. All right, so that goes on here like this, and I'm going to use my little spatula to kind of rub it in and not get it all over myself. And I showed this in my last video. This was one of my mask applicators, and it doesn't stick to the fabric tack. The fabric tack rolls right off of it. Okay, I think I don't have any sticking out, and it's straight as straight can be. Now, so that's all we have to do with this page. And then this was one of the beautiful tags that was in here. The way she had presented the tags was these were three of them side by side, and you could do a trifold. Well, I ended up just using the lace. It's a large rose lace page that was a freebie on her page on Facebook, and I just put that on the back. And I didn't do any ties or tags or whatever. I could probably put this on the top of it, but it's a little too big. It came with the kit, but I'd rather have it on something else. So she just going in there by herself. And the way it is, let me find it. The way it is, these two pages are side by side. So it looks like she's coming from the outdoors and gonna go in her door. that was my storyline anyway. Now on the next page, I have some instructions here so I can keep myself straight. All right, I had to go over and get all my little pieces and parts. This page is another pretty simple design. I have this piece from the Pink Touch of Romance, the background page she has supplied in her kit. And we're going to make a little circle here and put our winter wishes. This was from one of the snowflake die kits, and I had mentioned in an earlier video that I was going to use it. And I thought it was a pretty look. Now this is done in picked raspberry. Let me see if I can pick it up and show you. Winter wishes. There we go. Yes, and I thought that shade of pink stood out a little bolder, so we went with it. All right. And since we've got a item that's going to be serving as a tuck on the upper side, I didn't make this a tuck down here. I didn't think I needed to. Okay. There we go. And we can always put a few more little snowflakes in here, but I'll do that later. Now this here is from Tim Holtz or Sizzix, and it's a 3D texture fade, and it's called Doily. So what I did, well, it goes that way, but what I did is I embossed it, and then I rubbed a little bit of the Victorian velvet over it, if you can see that, and then I cut it out and I backed it with paper, just scrap paper, so it wouldn't hinder anything sliding in or out. So it's going right here. So it's doily on doily. The battle of the doilies. But I hope this gives you kind of an idea of different things you may have laying around the house, different kits, items in your stash, anything like that that you could make work to go into what your journal theme is. And I usually always have little pieces and parts laying around here that will go toward something in my journal, or I'll make something at the end to use with the journal. So this snowflake goes with this color because it's made out of the exact same color. So we're putting him up here, and then we're going to put our little girl holding the tree right in the center. Okay, I've got that all glued down. I didn't think you wanted to see me going through all those little points and pieces. But I glued my big snowflake down with my little coin over it. This came out of the kit. And then I just put some of my various snowflakes around to give my winter theme. And that page is done. So we've got that whole page done. See, now that was easy. Yeah, but wasn't that much to it. Now I'll come back and make cards and stuff for these things later. And maybe we'll do a very last video of that. Now this one has a little more complication to it. I have a stamp I want to use, which is this one. Of course, I got it at Hobby Lobby. Or maybe Michael's. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, Hobby Lobby. Memento. They have those inexpensive clear stamps. And I think that'll be pretty. I want to put it over this pocket that is from the kit. The pocket is going down here. And I'm going to put part of that in behind. And not, I'm going to go about that far probably. And then I have some of the dictionary. I have these little mittens. You saw it on a previous page. where I have a kit that has the mittens and a few other things on it, and I just loved them. I thought they were so cute. And this little girl or angel that's out here skiing, ice skating, I thought that would be perfect for her because she doesn't have any on her hands. Isn't that sad? Okay. I don't know what you call this pocket, but I called it a hump pocket. I hope there's a better name for it. But all of my little goodies here, yes, I've got everything. And all of I got to do now is to get a stamp block. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to kind of give myself, I'll probably go down a little further than I'm going to regularly go on my pocket. So I'm going to draw that. And that's going to let me know exactly where I need to go for my stamp. Ooh, that pencil jumped. All right, so this can go over here, and I've got I got my stamp on my stamp block, and it's kind of hanging over, but that's all right. I'm going to go in with Victorian velvet, as you know. You know, why not have a pink tree? And what we're going to have to do is put us a little piece of paper, just in case you've over inked, you know. And I don't have to worry about it being where I don't want it to be. All right, there we go. Get my piece of paper. Put that here. And I'll put my trees coming out from behind the pocket right there. Yeah. I haven't used this stamp yet, but I was into the forest theme the other year, and I thought it would be perfect for what I wanted to use it for. Okay, I think that's down. Oh yeah, that'll work. Have to go clean that off. And is that the width that I needed it? Yeah. I wouldn't mind having a tree that was a finished tree, but I don't guess I'm going to get it. We'll put a snowflake there. If something doesn't turn out well, put a snowflake on it. that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue our pocket down because that part's done. That was the step we had to do beforehand. Going to glue our pocket. And I guess you come up with the shape of this pocket because, you know, you're going to usually cut a thumb pull into your pocket. So this was kind of her little styling. She's a pretty nice artist, and she made up some very unique things in her different kits that are hers and hers alone. All right, that works good. That works good. Okay. Our saying for this is cheer, and that's going to go over here on our pocket. Give it a little slap and kiss. There we go. And put that down. This is her dictionary page. Christmas, I think it's Christmas, vintage Christmas dictionary. I used a lot of these in my mom's December daily I did the other year. And it turned out really nice. They really did a lot for my book. And she was happy with it. All right. There we go. Now, we want to use, that's too light. I'm going to go with this one. I'm not sure which one I plan to go where, but I think this one's the one that goes here the best. Okay, and then I'm going to, maybe that's how I could do that. And where it's cut off right there, that's the part I'm not crazy about. Now I could glue that down right there, and that would work. Now where am I going to put my little gloves? They could be hanging off the snowflake. Okay, I'm going to glue these down. I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't like that matchy snowflake situation, so what I did is I took one of the lighter colored ones and did some Victorian velvet around the outside of it. So that's how I did that. Now, I'll probably come back and put something in the middle of my snowflake, but I won't do that until I do the back page. I learned that from the previous video. But if you want to see where I got these little mittens, it was these. It was a fun, was that Fun Stamper's Journey? Something Stamper's Journey. And I thought they were very cute. I've even got a little clothespin in here if I ever wanted to use it. You had different cuffs. You had little stars, or you had the hearts. So it's very attractive. Yes, I believe it's Spellbinders, but I think it's Fun Stamper's Journey. It was for younger people. So anyhow, let's figure out how this is going to go. We're going to maybe make it look like our glove. Maybe I won't need a center if I'm going to put my glove there. I think that'll work. We'll just put this over top of it, and that'll do all the discussion we need for a winter theme. If I would have thought about it, I would have put it under that little piece, but I didn't plan. Get so excited about putting stuff down. I've really enjoyed working on this book. It's really fun. Trying to come up with different ideas and things. Here, we're going to go at that angle. Figuring out what I have on my shelf that I can use with it. Okay. Do it just like this. Our little angel has her mittens now. And I had a couple of other little things. What was it? I have a snowflake here. That's going to be in the binding. I don't need that. I need to get me a little bit of gold in here. I seem to have gold working. Look, I'm off the screen again. I'm sorry. I have gold working through here. So I'd like to keep that in the works. I'll just put it above her head. I like to leave all this for writing, if that's how they would like to use it. I got this little swirl here too. I thought it looked like the swirling eddies of wind blowing the snow. So we're going to just put it there. All right, that page is done. Now I got to figure out what I intended for the back here. Okay, on the back of this page, I'm going to use, it's going to be these little journal cards that she had in her kit. And so I have them to be laid out on here in this kind of a grid design. And I'm going to emboss a couple of them, though, with these two pretty snowflakes in gold, so I can keep my gold theme going. So I'm going to actually take this off first and figure out which one of these is supposed to have it. I think I'm going in this order. The two with items on them I'm not going to do, so I'll probably use these two edges, or the inside and the outside, something like that. So, and I love these snowflakes. They're just so beautiful. They're real scrolly. They're what sold me on this kit. This is penny black have no clue where I got this. It was either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. But it's Snowflake Sentiments. And I'm going to pull these out. And we're going to do this one on the inside and this one on the outside. That's how it's going to go. And I have built up my stash, you know, over several years. I've started doing cards back in 2020. So I started buying things then. So I was always looking for a deal. So, you know, just keep your eye out and just think, what do you need? What works the best for you? I've even watched stuff before to see when it would go on sale. And you just have to be diligent and plan. And Black Friday is coming up, and so is Cyber Monday. So you will be finding some great deals then. So, like if you need a script stamp in your stash, go ahead and get one while you can get it on sale. Start saving now if you need to. But it's a good thing to invest in your stuff, especially if it's going to be something you're doing long term and gives you enjoyment. I've even told people to ask for stuff for Christmas or Hobby Lobby, Hobby Lobby stuff for Christmas, like the gift cards, things like that. All right. I'll go for the other one. Sorry, I had that off my screen over there. I've got a little chair that holds my excess since my cat's on the other one. He come in, since it's a rainy, nasty day out there. He came in to join me and keep me company, my little boy. And he says it's time for a nice cat nap, sleepy day. And I'm filming ahead, of course, but yesterday, which was Sunday, was cat day. So he got to enjoy himself. Just laying around, lazing, getting food. His favorite thing in the world, getting food. I'm not sure which end I printed on. Which end is this one? Oh, that end. Okay. And then I guess this end is that. Okay, I didn't hurt it. And I forgot to use that bag again. I am forever forgetting to use the bag and trying to keep all that that excess embossing powder from straying on me. Oh well. Oh well. A little bit of gold on here wouldn't hurt. All right. I think we're good. We're good. And I always use a piece of copy paper to gather my excess and put it right back in there. We don't want to have any of that going astray if we can help it, because it's not that expensive, but why waste? All right, I'm going to get that out of the way. And we're going in with our gun. Let me grab this one. And sometimes if you heat the back of it, it won't curl as bad. Or you can go back and forth if you chose. There she goes. Whoosh, all in one shot. All right. Now we're going to get the other one. And always get you something to put on, to extend it away from your hand. A clipper, I'm sorry, a clothespin works good. I've got my clippers here, tweezers, I mean. You don't want to hurt yourself if you can help it. Now what we're going to do now is I got to go in here and ink all the sides of these, and then we will put them down. I think they went in this order. Yeah. So I'm going to ink and I'll be right back. Okay, I came in with a very shallow thumb pull too. And then I did my double inking, both Victorian Velvet and the ground espresso. And what we're going to do is we're going to go around the outside of our piece in a U shape. So we have our little tiny pocket. And I'm just going to match it up maybe 1/4 of an inch from the corners. We'll go with that. I think that's the right distance. Oh yeah, that's just about right. And I'm doing my little pinch just so I have a little bit of give. I'm going to be covering the pearls, but oh well. She said that was her signature pearls. She puts those on a lot of her makes and digitals. They're very pretty. Okay. Now before I do the middle one, I'm going to do these up here. And you can see how yeah, you saw that as I was doing it. See how nice and glistening it is? And that gold goes really well with this Baroque tapestry. I still haven't figured out what design that is. I'm just an old country girl. I don't know that fancy stuff. Okay. Have that. Get it down. I guess I could be burnishing it with my bone folder, but I don't really think I need it with these little tiny guys. I've been trying to figure out something different to show you with each each episode, I guess I could call it. And it's always fun trying to come up with something to do with an item in the kit. Something you wouldn't really think to use it for. And these, I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to use them as journaling cards. So I came up with this idea. Oh, sorry, I shook the camera. I hit my bird cage holder with my elbow. That rocked the boat. If you haven't seen my very first shorts, that shows you my filming system here. It's very different. Okay, let me see if I can get in it. This is in a center. There, I think that's good. Equidistance each way. And we need to do maybe a little bit more decorating. What would it be? Would it be this little girl in the center? I'm trying to think where I used the last button. Or what did she call these? Coins. She called these coins. I think I'm going with it. All right, everybody's down. All of our little pockets are open. My little coin is in the center. I do need to press on her a little bit more. And I wanted a word. And I had this little strip from a tag I made for a previous page. And I picked happiness. Because it looks like everybody's happy in that video, or that image. So let's go and put that on here real quick. I hope everybody enjoyed what they saw today and would consider giving me a thumbs up if I inspired them in any way. And I really appreciate all of you being here. It's always enjoyable to do things for others, and I feel like that's what I'm doing, things for others to inspire them to create. All right, so that page is done. If you'd like to see the very first video of this, if you haven't been following, just check up here and I'll have it in my links. And I really appreciate everybody coming, and thank you.